Group B, group phase action here. FIBA EuroBasket 2017, the game of the day here on match day 3, Lithuania and Italy. We've already had some fireworks in game 1. Georgia come away with the upset 88-81 over the Ukraine. Or check that, Ukraine coming away with the upset over Georgia. I'm still surprised of it. Can't even get it out of my mouth right. Carlin K. Mark Clark on hand as we take a look at the score right there with Lithuania and Italy still to come.
Well, before we start talking about this game, just congratulations to Ukraine, because that backs to the wall game, your future in EuroBasket, played great, had some tremendous performances across the roster. They did a really, really great job. There's that group that we talked about, and Ukraine get their first win, and as you see, straight away, they're right in the mix now for qualification. Obviously, Italy with their unbeaten record on the line against a resurgent Lithuania. Great performance yesterday to beat Israel after their opening day loss against Georgia. And a win for Lithuania with even this group gets blown even more wide open if with only one team going into tonight's game with an unbeaten record. It's really a hard ask here though for me to see on paper how Italy can be so efficient, can be so well prepared to have the answers they're going to need to have to beat a Lithuanian team that across the roster should be able to wear them down over 40. I can't believe they're going to let Marco Bellinelli get his feet set, get his both feet on the floor before they're guarding him, let alone get his feet set. But like as we saw yesterday, this Italian team go with what they need to go with. So Nico Melli was just, he did his job yesterday, no factor. Datomi only showed up when he needed to yesterday. And they're going to have to play big today, because these guys are going to have to work so hard on the glass. If they keep the ball, if they set good screens, they'll get good shots. And I think what Coach Messina has got going there is guys coming off the bench like Filoy, who are going to step up and take shots. As he said, they want to take shots. That's so important for us, because against Lithuania, I think they're going to be all over Bellinelli. So other guys have got to score for Coach Messina.
Well, Coach Messina had a couple guys step up yesterday. Bellinelli did get it going, but guys like Aradori was able to knock down key shots. You mentioned Filoy as well coming off, knocking down key shots as well. You hear the crowd rising for the introduction of the Lithuanian squad. They're going to have the home court advantage here. They got off the schneid yesterday. They got that win after an emotional loss against Georgia. But after seeing Georgia lose before this game, that might open their eyes a little bit and say, hey, we still have a chance of winning this group.
Oh, absolutely. I think you go back across the history of EuroBasket, so many examples of teams losing in the group and meddling in the championship. It'd be interesting for me today to see how many of the newer generation, not young guys, but newer generation of this team performed, because Ludan Obes yesterday was tremendous.
It was.
You know, his same age group as Valanciunas. They win every age group. They're ready to play today.
Kanitis was pretty good as well yesterday coming off the bench for Lithuania. We're getting set for the opening tip, but first, we'll hear the national anthems between these two great nations.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we rise for the national anthem. Italia.
written all over it. Lithuania v. Italy. Italy undefeated in the group. Already off to a quick start, 2-0. They've beaten the hosts Israel and the Ukraine. As we take a look at the three men who will have the task of keeping this game in check. On the other side of things, Lithuania losing their opening game matchup. A 2-point heartbreaker to Georgia. They got off the schneid yesterday, defeating Israel in grand fashion. Now to make a statement against Coach Messina and his bunch as we take a look at the lineups for Italy.
Well, this Italian roster, Daniel Hackett, I still think is one of the keys because everybody knows about Marco Bellinelli's quality. Everybody knows how good Gigi D'Antoni is. Yeah, they know about these guys, but Hackett has got that EuroLeague experience, but he's yet to, in my mind, he's yet to really step up and become a key man for this, and he's going to have to. Those four first names have to perform for Italy, as Coach Messina says, to win. Then they need contributions across. Don't underestimate Kusin. He'll set 3 or 4 screens every offense. Without him, this team doesn't function. He won't mind if he never gets a shot. The strength in this Lithuanian roster is the roster.
Right.
From 5 to 92, everybody can contribute. They sat down Arturas Milakis yesterday, and when asked in a press conference, coach just says, well, his strength isn't defense. There are days when he will play and days, and this is the attitude of this group. Grigonis gets to start. Where was he in terms of major contributions? It's about teams, it's about where they have strength. And again, they go with Monte Yunus, they go with Valanciunas. That means the ball is going to be thrown right down the gut of that Italian defense from minute 1 until the Italians find a way of stopping it. The unfortunate thing is they struggle to get Valanciunas the ball, apart from when Valanciunas goes and gets it on an alley-oop or an offensive rebound. Valanciunas' highlight with his 11 points, double-double performance. How can you give him a hard time? And then you've got Bellinelli. He's just been what he is, quality shooter, an absolute quality shooter out of the absolute top draw.
There is the magician himself. Coach Messina has found a way to get to 2-0. Hasn't always looked pretty at times so far in this tournament. He's been content just doing enough to get victories.
I was so impressed with the way he's conducted his team and himself. Adamaitis the same. They're like out of the top drawer of coaches. They know how to technically break each other's team down. And in these EuroBasket competitions where you have so little time to turn your team from one target to another, these guys know what's important and really focus on real specifics. Messina will have, this is where they're weak, this is where we're strong. He'll also know, I need to hide this and expose that. He needs to hide his weakness. Adamaitis knows his strength and his depth. I'll expect him to try and keep this tempo high. I'll expect him to be physical. I'll expect him to work Bellinelli over, whoever's on the floor.
This should be fun. You see some of the fans enjoying themselves pre-game. Ahead of opening tip, the Azzurri versus the Green Machine. Should be pretty loud in this gym today, with both fan bases pretty vocal.
Well, this Lithuanian crowd, wherever they play, they try and make it like a home. They sing the national anthem with so much passion that it makes everybody's hair stand on the back of the neck. And it is a passion. It's the #1 sport in Lithuania. This is what everyone in Lithuania wants to be. They want to be a Lithuanian basketball international. And if they can't be, they want to be a fan, and they want to be here on days like this.
It's almost like a religion.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, here we go. We earmark this as the game of the day here in Group B. And you can slowly feel the anticipation rise as we get to the opening tip. Italy will be wearing their blue uniforms, going from right to left on your screen. And Lithuania, the all-white, going from left to right. Valanciunas, Kusin, jump, and it's Italy ball to start. Early on, they run screen and roll for Bellinelli.
Well, there's your answer as to why Grigonis starts. It's like, I don't care how long you can do it for. Wherever he is, you're going to live with him. You'd like as much personal information about him by the end of the time on the floor. And if there's a screen, you just get yourself through it. I don't care how you do it. Great effort that first time. So much so he had to foul.
He's got to do it again. He's going to have to continue to do it. Gets the block there. And they say last touch by Italy.
I understand why everyone's crazy, but I think he may have touched a foot. I think that's what they want to talk. We'll get a chance to get a replay. There's the drive, there's the block, and that's an Italian basketball.
Should be. And the call is reversed.
So Bellinelli has to put the ball on the floor every time he catches it. That's the rule. And it doesn't matter who switches, who helps, that's the deal.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Bellinelli. Pulls up, that's a 2. Indeed.
And that's why he has to do that. Out of bounds. Why didn't someone switch to that?
They find a way to get it to Valanciunas. The double comes over the top. Mashulis down the lane. He ran into his own man, but the whistle blows. That's going to be Melli picking up the foul.
Let's take a look.
Oh, no, check that. Should be on Hackett, really.
Hackett got him first. Melli got him second. They definitely missed the Hackett one. That's why you can't be late. Now, okay, they really made him rush it, but you can't be late.
He's found the range here in Tel Aviv. Kelnidis. Drive, push shot with the shot clock winding down. Hackett pulls it down. Italy been reluctant to really go in transition for the first 2 games, kind of settling down, but maybe with the bigger Lithuanian squad, they might look to run a little bit more than they have the first 2. Hackett, Melli, that's a 3. It's good.
I love it. Just love the way Melli, all he was interested in at the start of that set was to set screens. Later in the set, he picked some pop, they found him. Great touch, great release.
5-0 in favor of the Azzurri. Just a start that Coach Messina would want. Offensive foul. That's on Maniutis down low.
Here's the issue, isn't it? The first possession, I thought Valanciunas was wide open in the post, and Kelnidis wouldn't throw it in. That time they had early options, and then you see him wrap his hands around. Bellinelli did a great job yesterday at fronting, did a great job with his feet. They've got to change passing angles. They've got to get touches on the inside.
Here's Melli. Bellinelli for 3. Indeed! Well, you leave him alone, he'll make you pay. And he doesn't need much space at all.
If they just chase and don't switch, I don't think they're going to be able to get there. I think the execution is so good by the Italians on the screen.
Kelnidis. Screen there by Valanciunas. Kelnidis with 5 to shoot. He'll go to work. Corner 3 here for Lithuania. No good. Maniutis breaks the ice. Rebounding going to be so important for this game. Can Italy rebound enough? Hackett for 3. They might not need to if they're hitting shots.
Well, here's a question for you. Any of those shots really been challenged? Did they get their feet set apart from the very first one? That's it's either unbelievable execution, great catch.
That's a tough catch by Valanciunas, who puts it in.
They haven't had to do anything to get a shot. They've set screens well, yeah, but Hackett, feet set, just stroked it.
11-4, 7-minute mark here in the first quarter. Bellinelli again. His rare miss, but he seems to get free on every opportunity so far. Lithuanian crowd making some noise here now. Valanciunas on the screen. Maniutis down low, spinning, hooking, no good. Valanciunas with the offensive rebound. One more pass, Mashulis, that's a 3.
And this is the other thing we picked up yesterday as well. Why not be confident? Because they have so much offensive rebounding power, the Lithuanians. Get shots.
Sin, no good. And over the back on Melli. That's his first foul.
That's 2. Oh no, it was 1. Yeah. No, did they call it on? Did they call it on Hackett?
They called it on Hackett.
Okay.
The original foul was on Hackett, so that's Melli's first foul.
That's definitely the right way around, as we saw it in the replay.
There's the look at the Mashulis 3, and the crowd erupts after they see that one fall. Kuzminskas has only been, he's been coming off the bench so far in these 2 games, but he's been the only one kind of shooting the 3 at a high clip for Lithuania. So that's a good sign if Maciulis is able to get going early. Kalnitis to the basket. His first 2 of the night. And now it's a 2-point game. Tommy for 3. Indeed! Boy, the shooting is high right now for both teams.
It's all in rhythm. It's all in rhythm. That's the issue. It doesn't matter where they are. They're just a half a step off. These guys in rhythm are going to make shots.
Maciulis on the drive. Eludes the D. Can't get it to go. Valanciunas misses. Tapped away. Then Tommy comes back with it. And Maciulis fouls in the open court to slow things down a bit here. There's the aforementioned Kuzminskas will check in for Maniunas as we take a look at that Tommy 3. Smaller lineup on the floor now for Lithuania. Melli with Kuzminskas on him. Finds Bellinelli, that's a 2. No good. And Maciulis rips that one down. Kalnitis with an important drive. That was tapped out of his hands by Bellinelli. Look at Italy in the open floor. Oh, Melli cleans up the mess. Timeout. Lithuania wants a talk. 69 early on here in the first quarter. 5:04 to go. You're watching EuroBasket 2017.
You just got to love Bellinelli, haven't you? Yeah, he's got a 2-on-1 now. You coach 2-on-1 stuff about committing the defense. And that's all he did. He knew it was going to be a tough shot, but Melli was always going to get the rebound, so he put it up there. He makes it great, he misses it, so he's going to get the offensive rebound, and they're in great shape. This team, even though they didn't go to him, as soon as Kuzminskas comes in the game, Melli, who hasn't posted up the whole game, goes to the post. And therefore, the whole defense is aware, and then they get a nice look on the other side of the floor. You know, Coach Messina's like, there are keys, there are things that say, right, yeah, we do this, we do that. And then these guys have to execute it. You've got to teach them, you've got to do it. He does it as well as anybody else, but it's about players understanding it and executing it. And this team is really on the same page as their coach.
They absolutely are. They've been able to find a way to win the last 2 games and really just exploiting the mismatches that they've had to be able, they've had the opportunity to create against Israel and yesterday against the Ukraine. Kuzminskas. Maciulis, 6 to shoot. This is Kuzminskas. Shows the up fake. He has to put it up at the buzzer. Didn't touch the rim, so that's going to be a violation. No basket. Shot clock violation first. There's about 4,000 referees sitting in the crowd wearing green. Not impressed with that call, but it is the right one. Did not touch the rim on the initial shot. Here, front court. Melli, that's Tommy. Melli right back down into the post. You identified that earlier on. They want to post Kuzminskas. Melli working against Kuzminskas. Good block by Kuzminskas. Kassin tried to follow. Kuzminskas got challenged, and he rose to the occasion that time defensively.
They just didn't give him enough time. The Bellinelli cut, but then went the wrong way and had to come back. By the time he did that, there was a little bit too much traffic.
That's a 3 from the corner, left short, and then Tommy pulls it down. Hackett. Bellinelli to Melli. They work the 2-man game. Now Melli from the corner for 3. Indeed.
Wow.
If he could stretch the floor, Lithuania's in trouble. 8 quick points now for Melli.
Well, the defending EuroLeague champions Fenerbahce have picked up Melli, and you can see why. I mean,
solid player.
Inside, outside, defensively does a great job, and he's smart.
There's Kuzminskis. Hackett on his back. Mashulis with 3 to shoot. No good. Kuzminskis taps it to Valanciunas. Up over everyone. Heads up play by Kuzminskis.
Got to keep working, and that's all that Lithuania did. They just kept working.
There's Jatomi back down to Melli. They love this matchup against Kuzminskis. Bellinelli. Jatomi, 3, 5 to shoot. Floater no good. Look at Melli Sky for the board and the fresh 14 for the Azzurri. Bellinelli, that's a 2. Falling away, can't hit, and Valanciunas holds his balance and keeps it in.
They're making him work for you. That's the most important thing for me and Lithuania, is to make Bellinelli work. He's going to make some. You're going to think he's going to make less as the game goes on.
Kalnitis. Lots of dribbling there. Kuzminskis, deep 3. Sticks it. Well, he's found the stroke here in Tel Aviv.
Well, you said it as he came in, though. The one guy who's been relatively consistent, left wide open.
Gonna have to extend that range when he's out there. You'll have to extend your range for this guy as well. Tomei inside to Melli. Nice one-hand catch and gets fouled. Schulis a little too aggressive on the D here. As we take a look at the catch by Melli and the foul.
Well, here comes the quick team for Lithuania. They've still got Valanciunas in the game to take care of business on the glass. But Jelenovas in the game, as is Juskavicius.
Tomei for 2. Sticks it.
Wow, timing, execution, just great angle on the cut. It's a clinic.
Kuzminskis looking to post Valanciunas. Baliga, who just checked in, doing a good job of fronting, but it doesn't matter because Kuzminskis just pops the 3.
Well, now we've got a game. Now both teams look comfortable in the rhythm of the game.
The diagonal pass, Aradori,
wow,
using the rim to shield.
That's just tremendous execution. Aradori's looked back to the ball, great angle.
And that picks up the foul on the other end. It's been a clean game so far. I don't want to jinx it. But it's been a clean game in terms of the whistle. There's the pass that you were just alluding to.
But this tells you all you need to know about this Lithuanian team. The 2 guys that played no minutes yesterday are both in the first quarter. They see this as a 12-player squad, men for all occasions.
Kevicius. Skip pass, Jelenovas in the paint. 3 to shoot. It's Kuzminskis again. Red hot from 3. Baldy Rossi just checked into the game for the first time for Italy. And Tomei comes off a curl. Left it short. Kuzminskis taps it up. And Lithuania can hold for the last shot. They can tie this possession if they want to. Keep an eye on number 19 in white, Kuzminskis. He's knocked down 3 threes so far here in the first quarter. Valanciunas comes up. The foul to give was there by Floyd. 8 seconds remaining here in the first period. Valanciunas checks out. And Gridaitis checks in. He had a nice game in game 2. Played really well. Valanciunas was on the bench. Number 77 in white for Lithuania. Inbound Lithuania, 8.6 seconds to go, first quarter. Three to shoot. He's Kevicius. Oh, he's found a way to hit the three at the buzzer. Yesterday it was the long ball from the other side of the court. Now closes out the first quarter and ties it up at 23. Lithuania, Italy, living up to the billing so far after one.
You gotta love it when you get those games and these stats where we talk about it before the game and it lives up to it, in the sense that Italy came out, got what they wanted, yeah, but they're only 4 for 12 on the two-point range. Bellinelli gets shots, they told me gets shots, Melli gets going, so Italy are up. And Lithuania just keep coming at you. Doesn't matter who's on the floor, they just keep coming. And then they start to make some shots and they're in great shape. I think they're going to go away from this thinking about, oh, let's go big, let's go big, let's go big, because they look so much more balanced with just one of the bigs and Kuzminskas in the game. Because he really does stretch the floor while the other big guys are in together. It really packs the middle. And if Kuzminskas, he's shot well so far in this tournament. He's shooting great now.
Yeah.
But like when he's on the floor, it looks more balanced. It looks more like Lithuania playing. They've always had that stretch four that can play and shoot, and a guy on the inside who's a big, big player. They look better in that with that combination. It gives Italy more issues, I think, because it means they have to guard the perimeter much more.
Keep an eye on that going forward here as we start the second quarter, 23 all. Italy 2-0 here in Group B. Lithuania 1-1 coming off of a victory yesterday and a big one that they needed against Israel. Kuzminskas, that's a heat check if I've ever seen one. Gudaitis inside, that will count.
So we saw this yesterday when Valanciunas was out and they went with this type of lineup. There's just more space to get to the glass. There's more trouble for the defense to close out and spread. Just like we were saying before, it suits Lithuanian basketball just that little bit more than trying to pound it away on the inside with Motiejunas and Valanciunas together.
There's a foul actually before the inbound. Call it on Jonovis. It's only his first. With all the whistles, it was a little tough to hear the whistles. Some of the players kept playing. Second chance points in favor of Lithuania. They've been doing it all tournament long. The Liga sets the screen for Bellinelli. Burns into the game for the first time. He's on the ball now. Bellinelli with 8 to shoot. The Liga looks up, he's gonna have to do something with it. Burns puts it up on a fadeaway. No good.
There's not a lot of offense on the floor, is there, for Italy at times at the moment? A lot of the guys they need is only Bellinelli on the floor. Filloy can make the open shot, but he's not going to create.
And Filloy picks up the foul there. That's his second. Italy getting a little bit of their own medicine, being ran off of screens here on this side of the court. Burns watching Kuzminskas. Kevicius. Tough pass, Jonovis. Down low. Gudaitis. Kevicius won't get the shot off. Well, they said he did. Now they blow the whistle. So loud in here, it's tough to hear those whistles. So violation there, Baliga will check out. Will allow Baldy Rossi to check in. There he is on screen. Was a last minute as can be addition to the lineup. Showing up a day before competition. Didn't play in game 1, played a little bit in game 2, knocked down a 3. So he can stroke it from the outside and travel there.
It's a good call by the official.
On Bellinelli.
New rule or old rule, that's a travel.
Saying that he might be able to get away with that in the NBA.
I think he would get away with it in the NBA.
There's Kuzminskis, speaking of the NBA, current New York Knick. Navas. The double comes. Bellinelli smacks that out of his hands. And look out, the Azeri coming to run. Hackett. Burns. Nice feed, but he can't finish. He was walking away as though the ball was already down and didn't realize that it didn't go through.
He was on lap of honor time. He was running back down the middle.
Kevich's nice crossover.
This is a big run. A big, big run. They were down almost double digits, then they lead by 4.
Italy hasn't scored in this quarter. Bellinelli trying to put a stop to that. He gets fouled on the curl. They say it's on the floor. Melli checks back in, so does Kusin. Take a look at that Yuskevich just drop. Monty Eunice will check it now for Kuzminskis. Kuzminskis gets the nice hand from the crowd.
You know, they're in the middle of a 13-2 run right now. And it's they've been very, and Italy has struggled because they've had people out of the game.
Well, that will help a struggling side.
Yeah, drought over.
Hackett drives right to the tin and puts it in. He is 5. Quiets the crowd momentarily. Kevichis was stripped. They say last touched by Italy. On the shot clock. Kevichis for 3.
Wow.
He's found the range. He is 8.
Well, he's gone back to Lithuania this year after spending some time in Spain, but from game 1 to game 3, this is a different player. He is confident. Looks much more assured out there than he did in that loss against Georgia, because we talked about would he be able to step into that sharing the role with Kalnidas, and he just wasn't able to do it against Georgia. He is having a big game tonight.
Played his club season at Zaragoza, averaged 6 points, 1.5 assists per game. He's 8 in this one as Melli airballs that. Airs it from the crowd.
They've recently just lost that rhythm offensively, Italy, and I think that's what we talked about before in terms of Lithuania will just keep coming at you defensively.
Kevichis inside. Monty Eunice almost got away with a walk. Kevichis for 3 again. Short. Unitas out of bounds. Hackett and Yilnavas getting involved as we take a look at Adamitis, head coach. Penny for his thoughts right now. His team of 5 showing a lot better energy than they did to start in game 2 yesterday. Aradori, Hackett, Bellinelli, the extra pass. Melli driving to the tin. Bellinelli in the corner. The ball move was superb, but they can't find the shot. Eunice for 3. Indeed!
The whole floor has a bigger feel of space now, with even if Moniunas steps out. You know, they've got to extend the floor at that 4 spot. Italy are going to take the timeout because Lithuania are on a very, very big run. It's like a 19-4 run at the moment.
Scary sight here for Italy, 33-25 to score. Lithuania in front, 5:29 to go in the second quarter.
And it looked to me, for the last few series offensively for Italy, that Bellinelli slowed down a little bit. That's going to happen with it, you know, the amount of intensity. We see a 19-2 advantage, and we always knew there'd be an advantage off the bench for Lithuania. If Italy actually had an advantage on the bench scoring, game's over. But it's not about the first play or whatever. Every single play they're going to chase Bellinelli, and I think that's going to wear him out. And for a while it looked good. Then Toby's got to come back. And that just gives them that fourth scorer, because they've lost their way a little bit in terms of offensive threat on the floor.
Well, Juskevicius has come off the bench and provided a spark for Lithuania. 8 points off the bench, adding to that 19-point total. And more importantly, he's found the range to allow more space for the guys, the big guys inside, to work. Valanciunas has been on the bench for quite some time, as we see him there reacting to one of the foul calls. He's not in any foul trouble, doesn't have a foul at all. But the good play by Gudaitis and Moniunas has allowed him to get some rest. His team up 7. Check that 8. Hackett. Bellinelli. Back to Hackett. He has to hit this. Air balls it. They're getting the good looks. They just aren't falling at the moment. Moniunas. Kelnidis, who just checked back in. Floater! You can feel the confidence oozing now into the green machine with every possession. Playing with a purpose. Can Italy stop the bleeding? Melli. Natomi. Steps back, tough shot, in and out. Kelnidis pulls it down.
It's great defensive series. When they need to switch, same size, they'll switch. They chase.
Kelnidis, Moniunas. Moniunas now sets the screen for Kelnidis. Gudaitis. Kelnidis with 3 to shoot. That's a straightaway 3. It's good.
Wow.
It's all falling down.
Gudaitis was just not the sweetest looking jump shot, but who cares? Hit the bottom of the string. Italy just needed offense here. They need to spend some time with the ball, get an open look like that.
Natomi finally puts one home for Italy.
That's the first wide open look they've had for a while. The ball movement was a bit sharper, less dribble.
Kelnidis is looking to turn the corner. Natomi a little too aggressive there. Getting called for the block. It's only his first foul here. Take a look at that 3 at the end of the shot clock. The last possession for Lithuania. And the bench, when you see the bench engaged like that, you know that they're playing well.
As Italy go as small as they ever go, Lithuania go big again. Interesting dynamic for the last 3 minutes here. It's a tough matchup for Natomi.
They left Kelnidis alone. He fired, missed. Offensive rebound. Kelnidis with the in and out dribble, lost it. He'll pull it back out. 5 to shoot. Kelnidis working 2-man game with Valanciunas. That layup no good. Floyd pulls it down.
Floyd did a great job keeping Valanciunas off the glass there. Just boxed him out, didn't even attempt to jump, just kept him off the glass.
Floyd, Melli, one more pass to Tomey, same spot, different result. This time it was in and out. Moniunas, Tomey guarding him. Inside, and that's a tough pass. A big, trying to make an entry pass to Valanciunas, and that went way out of bounds.
Well, that's a quick appearance for Valanciunas, in and out.
Yeah.
It's almost like he gave a spell.
Yeah.
They've had to go back quicker and smaller because the Italian lineup's just stretching them too much.
Don't want to take any chances with this 10-point lead because it could evaporate the way that Italy's been hitting threes so far in this tournament. Belly on Kuzminskis, nice spin, and Kuzminskis grabbed him. That foul's going to be on the floor. That's his first. Belly beat him with a quick, decisive move. Kuzminskis with a smart play there, fouling him before any damage could be done. 14 on the clock, Atomic. Lloyd. He came alive in the second half of game 2. Here he is for 3, indeed.
Great recognition. They switched out to him. He was always going to take the shot. It was just a case of which one he took.
Kelninas for 3. Off back iron. Look at the Lithuanian team, just so much bigger. Able to grab those offensive boards. Gudaitis that time doing the work. Kelninas, Kuzminskis, to the 10. No. And Aradori will pull it in for the Italians.
Wow, it's an effort for Italy on the glass. They've got to work so hard to secure the board.
This is Melli in the corner. Foot on the line, it's a 2. No good. One and done on this end for Italy. Minute 18 to go before half. Kuzminskis, Schulis, Kelninas using the screen. Nice pass, Gudaitis right to the 10. He'll go to the line for 2, and that's his second foul on Melli. He got his money's worth there, and it came up a little bit living.
He's going to step out. I don't think it's, I hope it's nothing major. Maybe came down a little awkwardly.
You see him there leaving the game with his 2 fouls. Seems to be walking off okay. Lucien checks in for him.
I mean, before they shoot these strobes, they're on a 21-10 run. Italy led 21-14, and since then it's all been about Lithuania stretching the floor. Kuzminskis stretched it, made some threes, and they really then, with that quicker lineup that they put on the floor, really gave Italy problems defensively because they were that much quicker. And the only time Italy have got a couple of back-to-backs is when they went big again. So I think, you know, they're always pragmatic when it comes to winning basketball games. So if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. They're going to play smaller.
Gudaitis missed the first free throw. Hits the second. He'll get subbed out, and Valanciunas will replace him. There you see the Hall of Famer, Arvydas Sabonis, looking on courtside. That's a factory of big men over there in Lithuania. And not only just big men, but big men with skill. And he was one of the pioneers of that. Atomic for 3, no good. Offensive rebound for Italy. Aradori, no, can't make them pay. Schulis pulls down the rebound. 39-31. Kelninas to Valanciunas. Valanciunas looking to screen. Now dives. That's a 3. And a foul underneath. Away from the basketball. Let's see what they call here. They call it on Valanciunas. There you see right there why. 2-hand push goes in, putting him on his wallet. And Valanciunas picks up his first foul, but more importantly puts Lithuania in the penalty, which will mean free throws on the other end for Italy. We'll take a timeout on the floor. 39-31, Lithuania in front, 31 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
This is why EuroBasket and national team basketball for me is so it's just a joy to watch because you've got so many options as a coach from the Lithuanian perspective. Italy have really only got one way to play. And all Coach Messina tries to do is hide it defensively. He's got some weaknesses, and he's done that pretty well. But it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Jonas Valanciunas, if your big NBA contract. If you don't fit and how it's going to work today, you don't have to play because I've got other guys who are doing it. And Lithuania have been so much more effective with that sort of second unit and going a little quicker at the three because Maciulis hasn't come back after starting the game. So they've gone quicker, which has given them enough defensive presence to really challenge the way the Italians have spread the floor. And Valanciunas is finding it difficult to get into the game. Now, Coach Adamaitis knows he's got to play him. He knows he's got to get him into the game. And it's going to be interesting. They're going to finish the game with almost the same structure they had before. Maciulis coming in at 3, although Kuzminskas gives them the stretch 4. It's an interesting dynamic that it'll be interesting to see as the game unfolds in the second half. As they did yesterday, where the Lithuania give that run with that smaller, younger group. Because they were so effective yesterday. They just broke the game open.
And they did it with the sheer energy.
Yeah.
1 of 2 from the line. Those Kusin. Valanciunas vacuums down the rebound. Lithuania with an opportunity to go 2 for 1. They may have just lost it. Kalnitis, Maciulis on the drive. Kuzminskas. Tommy did a good job of staying in front of him, but then left his feet and pays the price. Bucket and the foul.
Tough move because it was great defense. And Kuzminskas had the ability to handle it and then make that second move. Gets him in the air a little bit, look, gets him off balance. There you go. There's 3 attempts to get to the hoop there, and he waits for the right time. Doesn't get forced, gets what he wants at the end and draws contact. That's why he's in the Knicks.
Yeah. I was just about to say that is a professional move. Well, you can't accuse him of falling in love with the three-point shot today.
No.
He has been hitting it, but he also has been looking to get to the basket and find other areas to score. He has 11, looking for 12 at the line right now. Dory pulls it down. Top of the screen, you see Maciulis and Kusin getting involved in front of the Lithuanian fan base. 3 to shoot, Bellinelli at the buzzer, no good. And we'll go to half with Lithuania having a 9-point advantage. 41-32, the Green Machine up here at EuroBasket 2017.
Well, these stats, Lithuania 53 and 50%. It's the 50% from the three-point line that broke the game open. Kuzminskas just got very, very hot. They're absolutely owning the glass. And that's given them this 9-point advantage. Shooting well and getting more shots only adds up to 1 result. The thing that the only way Italy stay, those 7 turnovers for Lithuania. They're going to hate that. They're basketball purists. The ball is the most important thing. They're going to hate those turnovers. I just love the way they made an adjustment, though. They went big. They thought they could dominate by going big. They weren't able to, so they made the adjustment, and all of a sudden it's a different ball game.
Big time, different ball game. You bookmark that in the middle of the second period. They decided to go smaller because there was a lot of that early on, a lot of getting open on screens for Italy and finding a way to knock down long-range jump shots. And it looked as though Italy would be in control until they had to match up with guys their own size. Valanciunas there, who hasn't really been super effective, hasn't needed to.
No, because they've shot 50% from the three-point line, they're over 50% from the 2, so there's not been a lot of offensive rebounding opportunities. And at the end of the day, you know, Valanciunas, you know, he's been out there for 12 minutes, so he's only, you know, he's pretty much played half the game, so they don't need him because they're making shots. I love the adjustment. I love the way the game is set up because you know at some point Bellinelli will go 3 from 3 from the three-point line. Lead's gone. Yeah. You know, and it's that sort of game where I don't think Italy are ever out of this because of the way they play.
I'm never out of it when you have Coach Messina on the sideline and a man that can shoot as well as Marco Bellinelli. 41-32 at the half. Lithuania in front, looking to make it 2 victories in a row in here in Group B. EuroBasket 2017 here in Tel Aviv, Israel. A good one going on between two top-level teams. Lithuania 41, Italy 32 here at the half. And we thought it would be a matchup of size versus, I guess, finesse between Lithuania and Italy. But Lithuania seemed to match the finesse of Italy to get this lead here at the half.
Well, I think their decision to go a little quicker as opposed to bigger halfway through that first half enabled them to play better defense. And once Italy had to get into their rotations, because they can't ask guys to go 40, that little bit of quickness really did take Italy out of their offensive rhythm. And it was only when they went back to the two bigs, and in that time it was Monte Yunus and Gudaitis, that when those two were together, they totally got open. And they got a couple of more like perimeter wide open looks and made them. So I think it's their adjustment to trying to guard Italy. The thing that enabled them to do it was Kuzminskas came out off the bench and shot well. But then other guys, it's contagious. You get a bit of confidence, and he came out, and then other guys started to shoot the three ball really well as well, so open the floor up. So they're in a good place. I'm still concerned. I don't think they're a 50% three-point shooting team, and they took a lot of threes. As long as Italy can just box out, I don't think Lithuania still win this game from the three-point line. Italy just have to don't deviate here. They'll make some adjustments defensively, but their offense is what it is. It's what you see is what you get. A little bit more penetration might help open up the wings. They're just going to stay with making those open shots, because over the game they will make a good percentage.
It seems as though they have a run in their back pocket where they will make a ton of threes. They sit currently at top of Group B, undefeated, winning their first two games here in group action, beating Israel and Ukraine, respectively. Lithuania lost their opening game against Georgia, 2 points defeat, which was emotional. Very high-level basketball game. They came back yesterday and defeated Israel, and here they're trying to make it 2 wins in a row. And they still have a live opportunity at getting to not only to the knockout stage, but getting to the knockout stage in a top position.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks big news, whether it is that big, but Melli doesn't start. Melli's getting treatment on the bench. And the way Messina looks at tournaments, he may take a precautionary decision just not playing for the rest of the game. Came down gingerly on that knee, so it'll be interesting to see.
Well, Bellinelli starts off the second half the same way we started the game. With a 2-point jump shot, he has 7.
Yeah, Lithuania changed it again. They go with a two guard set plus Mačiulis and the big. So
another look.
I just don't like the big and big. It just doesn't suit the way this team functions very well. But it's going with both Juszkiewicz, going with him alongside Kalniņš. That's the first time we've seen that look in a long while. So again, they're ringing the changes.
They aren't afraid to use them. Kalniņš. Juszkiewicz for 3. He's been red hot so far.
That's why I'm sitting here and Coach Adamanis is over there. He knows his team.
3 3-pointers for Juszkiewicz. 10-point game. Italy has never beaten Lithuania in a EuroBasket competition. Satomi, a lot of dribbling. This time inside the Hackett, they're going to have to shoot it. Satomi, as the shot clock expires, and hits.
That's why you got to like Kusin. He knows he's not there to shoot and be offensively focused. He realized he just had enough time. He found the best shooter on the floor, open look, knocked down the 3.
Kalniņš uses the Valanciunas screen. It's an offensive foul. That might be on Kalniņš. He left a little early.
Valanciunas is just a little bit awkward in that situation sometimes. You see him still going.
Yep.
And you called it. It was a little bit early for Kalniņš. Should have just waited a second.
44-37 the score. Italy trying to chip away at this lead. Doing it without Nico Melli, who was getting attention on the bench. Hackett. Baldy Rossi. That's Nico Melli's replacement. If he can hit that shot, that'll be huge for Italy. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go to the green machine.
The dynamic between on this Italian team, you know, Daytona just went to Baldi Rossi. Yeah, good shot. You're open, good shot. Coach Messina's like, that's the way we play. Let's not get negative. They're good shots. And once you've decided, you've got to go with what if that's what you think. Tremendous. It's just it's a joy to watch it.
Kalnitis rattles one home.
It's a joy to watch that too. That's just out the manual. Come off, pull up, shoot the ball.
Tommy. And the foul away from the basket.
Beautiful. Even Ballet says, hey, this guy's smaller than me. I'm stronger than him. Drew the contact. Look, uses his body really well. Makes sure the official sees it. You earn that. You know, you get that little benefit from the official when you're 31 and had a career he's had.
Funny how 31 is old in the basketball stage. But he's one of the older players on the team. Cassine, the oldest, at 32. Hackett pulls up.
Well, we saw that in the first half. Then he went a bit cold. Then Hackett has to become... Hackett probably needs to get to double figures in the game, especially if Melli is out.
Valanciunas up top. Down hard. Kalnitis with the lead. Tome using the Baldi Rossi screen. Here's Hackett coming off. Now looking for help. Tried to find Kusin on the bounce. Ball tapped out of bounds by Kalnitis. 7 to shoot. Here's Kalnitis leading Valanciunas. Tommy comes off the curl, hits. That's a tough shot.
I know it's out of bounds and he's running it to shoot it, but gee, that's a tough shot. There's nothing else the defense can do.
Just gotta tip your hat to him if you're gonna make shots like that. It's Kevicius. Yeshuin finally misses from three-point range. It's Hackett. Really trying to chip away. Bellinelli really hedging hard on him. Hackett now. Pulls up, probing. Tried to find Kusin. You never want to leave your feet and then try to pass. Kusin was not expecting it, and then he picks up the foul to compound the mistake.
Yeah, to be fair to Kusin, he wasn't supposed to be getting the pass, was he? The defense was that good that it took away Hackett's option. He was just a little bit indecisive. Stay with it. You got to stay with this if you're Italy. You got to stay with, I'm going to come off and shoot it. You can't second guess yourself.
Kalnitis finds a way to hit it off glass and in. 9-point game.
Wow, Kalnitis has been so much more individually offensively minded than, you know, in past campaigns.
Nice backdoor cut by Italy, and the ball movement leads to a three from the Tommy. Missed. Hackett for three. No good. Well, they're getting the looks. They just haven't been able to knock them down. Lead stays at 9.
Just got to stay close enough, haven't they? You've got to stay, get the looks. It's just got to, 9 points is fine. If it gets out to a 13-14 game, you know, Lithuania, you have breathing space.
Masoulas for three. That was halfway down. Frequent ball seems to be drying up for both teams now. Where will the offense come from? Baldi Rossi. And Tommy. Hackett with 8 to shoot. Hackett drives, attacking Valanciunas. He wanted the foul. No whistle came.
Yeah, Hackett looking for shots as opposed to like shots coming to him.
Kalnitis uses the Valanciunas screen, now the Valanciunas screen. Here's Kevicius in the corner.
it's an outstanding performance.
17 and counting.
17 and counting now.
Yep. After that last three, 5 of them, 5 3-pointers so far for Yuskevicius. Falling away is Bellinelli, he can't hit. And that pairing that we talked about at the beginning of this half between him and Kalnitis seems to be paying off right now for Lithuania.
See, it's an issue where Italy have to try and hide the deficiency. The deficiency is they can't guard the guys on the inside. And that's fine. But then if you've got a team like Lithuania who say, then, well, actually, you're making so much of an adjustment, that gives me perimeter space, that gives me a chance to play, then that gives them that advantage there. And like Coach Messina, I still don't think they'll shoot 50% for the game. I would not have seen Yuskevicius hit that many threes in a game in this way. This is not your normal statistic at all. He's a good shooter. He's not a great shooter. He's got great stats at the moment.
Take a look at the assist to turnover ratio there. 8 turnovers for Lithuania so far. And a reminder to join the conversation on social media with the hashtag EuroBasket2017 and keep up to date with all that's happening in this group and beyond with the official EuroBasket app downloaded now in the App Store on your iOS or Android devices.
I mean, if you'd have said to me this was going to be a shootout, which is almost what it is, I'd say that gives Italy a really good chance. It's a shootout at the moment, and this Lithuania team is winning, and winning comfortably. They're still at 50%. Italy are down at 44% and 35. And it's no free throws are just not a factor.
Right.
3 and 2. There's no whistles. But then again, there's no real inside action at all, apart from penetration. And the penetration is not Italian penetration, it's Kalnitis. It's Lithuania going to the hoop.
There's Yuskevicius,
and there's
red
the
hot
numbers.
from 3.
33% normally, 4 points normally, 14 on the night.
Well, Kuzminskis checks into the game. He had the basketball there. Yuskevicius remains on the floor. We go back to the 1 big and 4 smalls around Yuskevicius. He doesn't have to just hit threes. He can find his way in.
Now he's just taking the mick. He's just taking the mick now. He says, hey, what do you mean? I'm only a 33% shooter. I only shoot 4. I can take it inside.
He's doing it all tonight. It's a 14-point lead for his squad. Natomi, his foot was on the line. That's a 2, and he hits.
Just about hanging in now. Just about hanging in now.
As you said, just keeping it within striking distance. They are going to go on a run at some point. If you're an Italian fan, you're hoping they don't leave it too late as they come away with the steal there.
And I do think that Lithuania will dry up. I just can't see them as a 50%. And I'm going to be proved wrong, I'm sure, but I can't see them 50% for the game.
There's thousands in green right now, hoping that you're right about that, or you're wrong about it.
I don't know why everyone's complaining about the foul. They took his leg while he was in the air. I don't think he kicked out too far.
That's going to be 3 shots from the foul line for Bellinelli. It's the first time he's gotten free since the first quarter, and that is absolutely a foul.
Yeah, he didn't kick out. He had no space to, there's not really enough space to land.
Yeah.
You've got to give him enough space to land. I have no idea. I know why they're complaining, because it's like they want to be able to chase him and be that close all the time. I mean, it's not far off being underneath him when he lands, so they should take the foul and let's move on.
He's shooting into the end where the majority of the Lithuanian support is, and they certainly affected that free throw. They'll get louder this time. Nothing but chord music on the second.
Okay, and I can only assume that Nicola Melli is done for the game. I don't think it looks too serious. I hope it's not. But there's no activity at that end of the bench.
Doesn't look like he's moving at all, so you may be right about that. And this would be the time to bring him in.
Yeah, because they're still in striking distance. And it's like he's got a day off tomorrow. He's going to have time to recover if it's nothing serious. There's no need to risk him. They have the 2 wins already.
Well, Maliga, number 6 in blue, who's guarding the ball right now, is going to have to play some minutes if Melly can't. Skevicius, it's been unbelievable for Lithuania. Hanging in the air, putting it in, 18 and counting.
18 on 14 minutes. The guy's having a night.
Lloyd. Atome. Gets a Baliga screen, but it's an illegal one. Offensive foul.
Very late, wasn't it? In fact, he should have just left the play alone.
There it is on the replay.
He was never there to set the screen. He should have almost just sealed off, and if there was action, he may have been open himself.
Reaction from his head coach, and then we look at Skevicius driving in the lane. And started off hitting the 3, now finding his way in the paint and doing damage for Lithuania. 12-point game. That ball last touched by Italy. Shot clock will reset back to 14. Navas driving in here, kicks it out. Ragonis behind the back to Navas, 5 to shoot. Looks up at the clock. Navas puts it up, over 2. Can't hit, Floyd pulls it down. Italy looking to run a little bit here. Aradori gets fouled before the shot. Italy still out of the penalty, or sorry, Lithuania still out of the penalty there. Skevicius will leave the game with his 3rd foul. Kalnitis replaces him, and Skevicius hearing it from the crowd. Maliga's time on the court did not last long. Burns checks in for him, number 32 in blue. There's Floyd. Pulls it back out. He has 8 to shoot now. Floyd dancing, crossing over, step back, in and out. He had Gudaitis going all types of ways, spun him around, but couldn't hit the shot. Kuzminskis on Burns, getting bumped, tried to find Gudaitis. Italy digging down and picking that ball up. Atome in the open floor, yes! Well, we knew the run was coming. Coach Messina can feel it, trying to encourage his troops. It's a 10-point game with 1:07 to go in the 3rd quarter.
It's an important minute, isn't it, coming up now with the momentum going into the end of the break. If Italy get a stop, spend some time in the ball, it's probably only going to be 2-3 possessions. This stop now, they get a chance to go into the 4th quarter, having not really played great, having been down most of the middle of the game. A chance, single digits, and Bellinelli hasn't had his run yet. He hasn't really started to pour it in, so his chances here. This is, the bench story is one of those things where people like us love to talk about it, but it's one of those irrelevance for Italy. They know that they're not going to get points there. Floyd, if they get to like 15 because Floyd makes some shots or Adari makes some shots, then they're doing okay. But their points and the way they win games is with the 4 or the 5 who start. Everyone else is fulfilling a different role. And what Messina says about the guys on the bench is they've got to want to shoot it.
Right.
Like Floyd's got to want to shoot it. And that's why he was impressed with him and Aradori the other day, because they wanted and did shoot it. Floyd's going to be disappointed he didn't make the last 2. He's getting that role. He just needs to get that to 15, 16 points, and he's right in this.
We talked about it in the last game. It's not like Floyd's not accustomed to scoring. He is kind of a shoot-first guy.
Yeah.
But on this team, he plays a different role. He is guarding Kalnitis now. Ragonis for 3. Back iron, Kalnitis with a flat-footed rebound and a fresh 14. A give inside, Gudaitis couldn't handle it. The Italians get the turnover they needed. Let's see if they can close the quarter out strong. Try to get it within single digits. Baldi Rossi directing traffic from the post. Now goes to work. Floyd, up fake, driving, floater. That's good.
Oh, tough move. Tough move. Did a great job catching it, let alone then great curl, great execution. Floyd gives him 5 from the bench.
It's an 8-point game. Lithuania can hold for the final shot.
Italy still have a foul to give here.
Galidis, Kuzminskis for 3. Great defense by Burns, staying down, not falling for the up fake. Lithuania leads heading into the third quarter break. We have a good one here shaping up in the fourth quarter. EuroBasket 2017 off and running.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! Let's see who dribbles the ball last time. Remember, they can't
Wow, those stats cooling down a little bit. 45% from the 3 as they cool down. Italy will come back, which is what is happening. Still an amazingly small, low number of free throws in the game because the game is intense.
Yeah,
you know? Technically, it's very, very. Both sets of players really working hard, really intense, and in the end, they're just playing great D.
Yeah. It's been a high-level game so far. We wondered at the beginning of the tournament if Lithuania would get enough from their guards to make them a competitive team or a team that will be standing on the podium at some point at the end of this. And so far, 3 games in, it seems as though they do have enough to get it through. But in games like this, when you're getting contributions off the bench from these Kevicius and the like, I mean, you have to be impressed if you're a Lithuanian fan.
And this is where I think there's a purity about Lithuanian basketball. You're supposed to play the game in a particular way. If you'd have said coming in right at the beginning of this tournament, they're going to be in a game where they could go beat Italy and Valanciunas is going to be a bit part player, Monteudis is going to be a bit part, you would say no, it's not going to happen.
Right.
And so are these players like really a lot better than that, or are they just playing above themselves in this game? They're shooting above their percentages, that's for sure. If Italy shut them down in this quarter, they're still right in it.
Italy has won their first 2 games here in Group B. They are currently in the lead of Group B. After losing the first game, Lithuania trying to make 2 wins in a row. Grenidis on fire from 3. He just walked into that baby.
Well, Italy couldn't play any better defense. That was a phenomenal defensive set, on the ball and everything. They just took a tough and made it free. Great job.
Aradori, Baldi Rossi for 3. Indeed.
Hey, he arrived late, didn't he? He wasn't good.
He just got here 20 minutes ago. In the game, knocking down 3s. It's an 8-point game. He was a late addition to the squad moments before the tournament. Did not play in game 1, played a bit in game 2. Here he is playing big-time minutes because Melli is unavailable.
If they can keep this 8-point game around there while Tomi's out the game, they're in very good shape. Just got to keep playing at this end of the floor, and Lithuania just keep having to be very aggressive.
Kuzminskis for 3, in and out. Udaitis working hard on the glass, gets fouled. I believe it's Burns who will be picking up his first of the evening. Navas, he's been quiet after exploding in game 2 for a big second half. Kuzminskis driving to the basket and throws it down, and the foul.
And you made the point earlier in the game, as we're going to see him throw this down, that he wasn't settling. When they overguarded him and pushed him outside and he made back cuts and penetrations, this is why he's really developing into a great one. Because he can stroke in and score, but if you don't respect this, he will take it to the rim.
Strong finish for Kuzminskis, knocks down the free throw on the back end. And those guys love it. Lead back up to double digits. Malloy, step back, inside, Burns, challenging. Unitas went straight up to challenge that. Up top, Kuzminskis couldn't handle the alley-oop pass. Bellinelli trying an ambitious pass to find Burns, and great hustle by Kalinas to get back and breaking it up.
This is where Burns in his Italian league play would expect, hey, I'm going up to score. He's not going to get this much attention as he got on that last play. He's got to get contact and draw a foul there. It's two or a foul. You can't have nothing.
Aradori. That's Tommy coming off the bench. He'll check in at the next whistle.
This Lithuanian defense at the moment is just a different level.
Floyd trying to break it down. Clever move inside. Can't get it to go, but he did get fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
And you have to make great plays and great moves because this defense is extended. It's making you put the ball on the floor and recovering. The help is in great angles to protect the hoop. And it doesn't matter. You've described them as the green machine, and that's what it's like at the moment. Consistently coming in off the bench. The level doesn't drop.
Floyd hits the first free throw. See Hackett there on the bench. Watching his replacement Floyd get it down to 9. 8 minutes to go in the game. Italy trying to stay unbeaten in Group B. Lithuania trying to get back in business here in the group phase. Dragonis. Oh, tough layup. Wow.
Like, wow, how? You know, how? There was no angle for that. He manufactured it.
Floyd. Dragonis trying to steal it away from Bellinelli. Floyd stolen. Yilnavas. Defense clamping down. It leads to a break, but they say no basket. Offensive foul. The veteran Datome stepping in there and taking it in the chest.
That decision by Datome keeps them in the game. Absolutely keeps them in the game. Momentum is going everything Lithuania's way. And the veteran, the star, one of the main superstars of Italian basketball, puts his body on the line, takes the charge. Whatever it takes when you're playing for your national team. Great stand.
Laying it all on the line. Both teams 65-54 the score. Timeout on the floor. 7 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the game.
They just can't put Italy away, can they? They just can't get comfortable. It's an 11-point lead. Italy come back with the ball. And it's like, when are you going to put them away? Because you keep getting big plays, but they come back and they hang around. Floyd makes a decent move. And you can see it with their defense, Lithuania. They're trying to squeeze. They're trying to extend their defense to force Italy out of it. Then now it's while Italy hang around. Sooner or later, Bellinelli's going to get open. Sooner or later, Tommy's going to get open. The only thing I'd say is they've just got to move the ball a little bit more. While it's on the floor, it's very easy to play denial. It's very easy to chase. Move it and get them from their weak side and get them to move.
If you're Italy, you are within striking distance, and you know in the back of your mind that run is coming, but on the defensive end, you still have to do it.
Absolutely. And you're just one guy down, but for Italy, one guy is 25% of most of their offense. And Meli is definitely not playing for the rest of this game now.
The Liga number 6 in blue, who's about to set the screen for Aradori, is going to be key here for the next couple of minutes. He's playing in the role of Meli. Can't score like he can, but he can do other things. Floyd got fouled on the drive, no shot. Shot clock will reset back to 14. Gudaitis picks up his second.
And that's how, if you're going to switch, you have to give it up. You have to switch. There are going to be times you're going to have to foul because you can't go soft. If he goes soft there, Floyd just knocks the three down.
Aradori. This is Floyd. Baliga sets the screen. They have the Tomei. Shows, now goes. Floater, that's good.
This is serious level stuff in the way that they're told. They worked to get it to him, and he just took Kuzminskas on the drive.
Dragonis to Kuzminskas. Novice. Dragonis. Deep three with the shot clock winding down. Not the possession they wanted. Floyd. Bellinelli. Driving to the rim. And the foul! How did he get that one to go? That was magical.
Is this the run? This is unbelievable. He knew he was going to go. He was never going to back out of it. But look what he ends up with.
Wow.
Never took his eyes off the target. He knew this is going to hurt. From this minute, it's going to hurt. He just looked at where he wanted to put the ball.
Well, the three-point shot hasn't been kind to him today. Maybe that gets him going. And one opportunity for Bellinelli at the line. And another chance to chip away at this lead. That's pure. They're hanging around. 65-59, 6:05 to go in the game. Kalnitis, Baliga hit the deck and slow to get up. Took a shot to the chops.
Yeah, I didn't see, he went down very quickly. And just as he gets him up, picks himself up off the floor after taking one hit, he sees Jonas Valanciunas walking towards him. It's like, thanks for that.
That's one large human being in Jonas Valanciunas. Gudaitis checks out of the game.
I think quite rightly the Italians are trying to understand what happened. Bellinelli's got a sense. Does he have a blood problem here? May just have a scratch cut that needs.
Yeah, I think so. That brings Hackett back into the game. Hackett was sitting for quite some time, and it didn't look like he was going to get back into the game anytime soon. So cold legs for Hackett now is to chase Kalnitis around. Kalnitis drives right by Hackett.
That's too easy. In the context of this game, that's too easy. But they're still in bonus, aren't they? They're 8 now. They're over the hump.
Aradori with 10 on the clock. Aradori for 3. No good. Baliga. That's exactly what you want from him. He's not going to give you the points that Melli will give you, but he'll give you those energy plays, and that is a huge energy play. Now a 3 for Baliga. I would have brought the house down for the Italians if that went home. Kalnitis, front court, dribbling right by everybody again. Can't finish the layup. And the foul, oh, it's an intentional on Valanciunas. Unsportsmanlike foul on Valanciunas to send him to the line with free throws in the ball. Timeout on the floor, 67-59. Lithuania trying to hang on here in the fourth quarter.
I really didn't see the unsportsmanlike. I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
I think it was Baliga who got caught on the floor and just kind of rolled into his ankles or something. Yeah. That's a tough one.
Or narrowly managed to keep it under 10 for a couple of possessions. Valanciunas is going to go to the line, so the worst case scenario, it is 10. They've just got to get it to 1 possession. They've just got to get it to 3. They've got to get it to a stage where it comes down to who plays the next possession best. I mean, they've just been, you know, absolutely annihilated on the glass. 14 points.
And we knew that coming in.
And there's the difference in as much as anything else, there's the difference in the game. As well as they've shot the ball, Lithuania, they've just dominated the glass. And they were dominating the glass before Meli went out, but Meli going out just really makes it so hard for this Italian lineup. Not only do they lose his offense, but he's a tough man on the glass.
There's Kalnitis, who's gotten it going here in the second half. That was a tough layup there. Ryan Kusin. Selby Valanciunas, when we get back to live action, who's standing at the free throw line for 2 free throws. It's the first.
Well, and Lithuania going as small as they've gone, because Mačiulis is now at the 4. They've gone 3 guards pretty much. Ulanovas will like the fact we're calling him a guard. You know, he's a great perimeter player. They've gone small as they can in this situation because they can, because of the matchups. Mačiulis can guard Tatsomi. Big possession. If they get the stop here, Italy is still in single digits. Loads of time in the game, though.
Yeah, an eternity. 5 minutes to be exact. And in basketball time, that is a ton of time. Just ask people's partners when they're watching the games at home. Kalnitis driving.
Oh, what rotation by the front line.
And he comes away with the theft. That's the stop they needed. Now they got to put points on the board. Bellinelli, pass too hot for him to handle. .430 to go in the game. Valanciunas looking to flash. Kevicius has been hot from 3. Skip pass. Mačiulis, step back 3. Hits the side of the backboard. They don't stop play because the Italians had the advantage. Natome could not handle the pass. That looked an easy 2, and they end up with nothing.
Poor pass though. You know, it was like it wasn't quite far enough ahead of him. Didn't come up. Harry would like it to come up. Little pieces of execution at this level. You know, they've had 2 chances to actually go to a 5-point game, and they've blown them both with poor turnovers. Poor passes both times.
Valanciunas sets a hard screen there for Kalnitis. Bergonis uses a Valanciunas screen again. He's not afraid to pull up from here. They want to post Valanciunas, they do. Nice catch. 3 to shoot. He doesn't know it, and he won't get it off in time. Shot clock violation. Everyone will stop playing, and they'll get the inbound with 3:43. They're getting the stops. Now they need to score.
Tells you a lot about where Coach Messina's thinking, that Hackett stays out of the game at this moment in time. You'd have thought he may be a go-back-to guy.
Floyd uses the Cassine screen. Bellinelli. Floyd for 3. Indeed! Timeout, Lithuania. Italy just won't go away. 68-62. 3:29 left to go in the game.
Bellinelli's decision to pass it off. I was just about to say, hey, they've got him open. The recovery and the switch was really effective, and he gave it up to Floyd. Floyd, as coach has said in both press conferences, he wants to shoot it. Yep. He'll take the shot. That's why he's here, and that's why he's doing a great job for the team. You know, and he had that responsibility at Venice last year. That's why he's probably got an uplift in salary going across to Avellino. And he's played extended minutes today for all sorts of reasons, and they've gone small, and he's been great.
Yeah, he's been special. See some of his highlights here. Doing it inside and out. Getting the floater to go there, and then hockey now the 3 to send us into this timeout. With 3:29 on the clock. You see the emotion. They can feel it. They're within striking distance. They have been getting the stops. They need a big one on this possession as Floyd now has 10 points in the game. Floyd, Aradori, Bellinelli, Datomi, and Cousin. That's the 5 on the floor for Italy.
Italy will extend it coming out of the timeout as well, just to show a little bit of pressure.
Gonis trying to get past Bellinelli. A lot of contact there. Refs letting them play. Gonis turns the corner. Finds Valanciunas underneath. He's fouled before the shot. He'll go to the line as Italy is now in the penalty.
I mean, they were just a half a step late, but when they get beaten, their rotation coming out and getting beat Italy is very good. They almost got the steal again. Smart move, I think, by Lithuania to bring Kuzminskas back. He keeps everybody honest. It's the interesting thing will be is who he guards. If he guards Datomi, I wouldn't be surprised if Italy just go straight to Datomi and see what they get.
Speaking of Datomi, that was his 4th foul. 1 away from being DQ'd in this one. Valanciunas hits them both and gives a fist pump as he goes up the court. Makes it an 8-point game. So we approach the 3-minute mark here in the 4th. Italy trying to stay undefeated in Group B. Cousin right at Valanciunas, and he said, no, sir. What a block by Valanciunas inside. It looked a lot of contact, but he did get the ball. Datomi, oh! How do you find those type of angles? 6-point game.
Big possession now. Stop here, they can get to 1 possession.
Gonis uses the Valanciunas screen. Kevicius cutting inside, yes! Coach Messina not happy on that defensive possession at Aradori. They got to put it behind them. They're going to need to start scoring and scoring quickly. Bellinelli for 3. Indeed! They say it's a 2. Foot was on the line.
You know, these guys have got to give him space to land. And on the chase, they are really taking away his space as he's coming to land. And it's marginal.
72-66. Every possession big from here on out. Valanciunas down low. Datomi could not foul him. Datomi could not foul him. That would have been his 5th and allowed Valanciunas to go up for the slam. He thought about it and then said, nah, I'll let Valanciunas go for easy 2. Take a look at the last play there with Bellinelli coming off the screen.
See, I think this, you're not really, you're just taking away the space for him to land. You're really on the margins. I know you've got to chase the shooter. Just got to be a little careful. It's close, let's push it that way.
8-point game. There they come again off the screen. Bellinelli was in the air trying to pass it, got it tapped back to him. Using a Cousin screen. Bellinelli to Datomi. Datomi checks the clock, shows, goes. Hackett just checked in. Inside, Datomi flips it up. Cousin cleans up the mess. Back to a 6-point game, minute 29. Tense moments for both sides. Kevicius, he has a mismatch with Cousin. He's saying, get out of there. I want to go and work. It's Kevicius, the double comes. Skip pass. It's Kuzminskas for 3. Off back iron, rebound. Lithuania. Mashulis vacuumed it in. Time of the essence now for the Italians. Under a minute to go. Kuzminskas driving on Datomi. Oh, Cousin stuck it against the glass. And then a foul by Bellinelli underneath. Small discussion going on there between Hackett and Valanciunas. There's the original block by Cousin. What a block. And then Bellinelli, yes he did get a lot of skip.
Gonna get a better angle here, but I think he's gonna hit his arm.
Yeah, he got him. With his reaction, you would think he got all ball, but
yeah. How close were they to the stop? Twice. Missed shot, couldn't get the rebound. Almost came up with a block and the steal. Game of inches, game of inches.
Two important free throws here for Valanciunas. Knocks the first one down calmly.
This one's the important one.
As the Hall of Famer looks on.
Still time for Italy here with their firepower.
Valanciunas has been clutch from the line. The last 4 trips, he's made them all. Leaves the game now for defensive purposes to allow a smaller, more athletic lineup to stay on the floor. Run around these screens that Italy are about to sit. 50 seconds to go in the game. Floyd for 3. Too strong. Hackett pulls it down. Bellinelli for 3. No good. Lithuanian support starting to feel it now as they stand. 39 seconds to go in the game. Pressure there by Italy. Falloy with the bump. They have no more fouls to give. Kalninas goes back to the line. For the first time today. Try and give it a double-digit advantage here. Those of you who aren't used to that noise at the free throw line, that's how the Lithuanians support the free throw shooter. Kalninas calmly knocks down the first. He has 11 today, looking for number 12 here. And a double-digit lead. Back iron. Offensive rebound. That's the story of the game. To shoot. Kalninas, no good. Bellinelli pulls it down. Here comes Italy. Inside, Kusin drops the hammer. The horn you heard in the background was the shot clock going off. Italy didn't stop playing, and he ended up with an easy 2. Foul on Falloy with 3.9 to go. Coach Messina still coaching away.
He's on margins now. He's on result and margin. He's like, why are you sending him to the line? It's an easy 2 for him. We haven't got enough time to go the other way. If you're going to foul him earlier. He's been in tournaments for so long, so many times. He knows the importance of this when it comes to points difference. He wants to get a shot here. He's got no timeout to set it up. They're going to have to get a shot away.
It's an 8-point margin. And as you said, it's not about him trying to win the game now. It's him trying to reduce the score line. Natomi for 3, indeed. 0.6 seconds on the clock. Lithuania won't get a shot away in time, but they'll come away with the victory. It's 2 in a row for the Green Machine. 78-73. Lithuania rolling here in Group B.
In the preliminary, the group stage, the group phases tournament, but that's a high-level game. That's two teams that are going to compete when it comes to the last 16. On any given night, the game could have gone the other way. Again, it's not the established stars that were the real story for Lithuania. They got guys coming off that bench just doing a great job. They went down to 39%, which is much more than what you'd expect. It's just that Italy couldn't keep them off the glass. It was just 15 offensive rebounds. Really did do the job for Lithuania. 14 turnovers. They got better as the game went on, but they won't be happy with that. But the loss of Meli really did underline the weakness that Coach Messina knows they have. And if you'd have said a leading scorer was going to be just Gavicius, I would have been, no, hey, when, what game? With all the talent on that team, he had a great game. 20 points personal. That must be a career night of national team basketball for him.
Unbelievable night indeed. Thrilling victory for Lithuania. You see the top scorers there on both sides. Atomi had 28-24, but just wasn't enough to pull it through. They were able to hold Bellinelli in check somewhat, keep him within for 14. As we look ahead now in the tournament, still, it's all open now for first place. With Germany yet to play today, they take on the host Israel. That's not going to be an easy matchup for them.
Well, if Israel get the win, get your calculators out. We'd have a day off to try and work out permutations on all sorts of things over 2 days. But what we've got now, what we've just had is Lithuania rolling into a tournament which is the norm. You know, they're rolling in. They lost early in 2015 and then went to the silver medal. Italy, you know they're going to be in a very, very consistent team. So all we know now is that we've got teams in this group that are playing very well. That was a great game.
May not end up with a team go undefeated throughout the entire group stage. The next game for Lithuania is the Ukraine on Tuesday here. And then for Italy, they have the big matchup with Germany, who is yet to play today, looking to stay undefeated in that one. We'll leave you with the pictures. It is Lithuania 78, Italy 73 on match day 3.